So, like, what bad movie was saved by like a good performance? Or a good something?
Miss Congeniality and Legally Blonde 2. Both were sequels, funnily enough. I just think both movies, they were terrible, they were horrible movies, but the performances by Sandra Bullock and Reese Witherspoon respectively saved the movies. They made them, they're so likeable. They made the movies likeable. I remember a bagel and cream cheese.
So if
Was
they're
that
such bad movies, why do you keep watching them?
Because I love bad movies. What's yours? What's your?
So my one is
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, thank God. Batman vs Superman. But easy.
No.
You said that was a bad movie.
I'm judging.
It was saved by Wonder Woman.
True.
She actually saved the movie.
True.
No, that's not a political thing. It's just she was good in the movie. Okay.
Yeah, but I love Wonder Woman, so
Okay.
I appreciate that.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong. I appreciate that.
Thank you. A handshake would suffice. There you go.
I have a quick one.
Your hands are sweating.
It's hot in here.
It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am.
Stop filming.
Quick question. So everyone says that Wonder Woman saved the movie for them. Was she in it that much? I don't remember.
She was in it enough. Well, she was kind of like integral to the ending and everything. So.
True.
Like 9 minutes total.
I mean, anything was enough, to be honest. So it was. I wanted it to be such a good movie. I wanted it to be amazing, but it was okay.
Justice League was good.
Justice League was fun.
Yeah, Justice League was fun.
Because she was in it.
Yeah.
But then Flash was in there.
I don't know. I like Flash.
He kind of tried too hard.
Ezra?
Yeah, he kind of tried too hard.
He was like Jesse Eisenberg Flash again. I was like,
Jesse Eisenberg.
Which one was Flash?
Flash was the one who ran really fast.
Oh, okay.
Like
in a flash.
Flash of light.
Like me when I'm trying to get coffee.
Yeah.
When you already drank the coffee.
No, it actually kind of chills her out because she's already so hyper. Like the caffeine is almost like her fix.
She goes so far it's negative now.
Yeah.
So I managed to convince her to go to the gym in the morning just by saying, okay, let's...
We'll wake up and he'll be like, let's go to the gym, and I'm like, oh, and he's like, we'll get you coffee on the way, and I'm out.
She's already downstairs.
I'm already downstairs.
Yep.
Pew! Already downstairs waiting for my coffee.
Waiting for my coffee.
Waiting for my coffee. Coffee.
Alright, so what's a bad movie that had something good in it that made it enjoyable? My movie is Showgirls.
Oh Lord.
Now,
that was excellent cinema. Excellent cinema.
You trying to give this to Evil and Roper 2 thumbs up? Well, Evil and Roper is a dead.
Wait a minute.
That's a 2 thumbs down movie. The only thing that made that movie.
Are we talking Showgirls or Dreamgirls?
Not Dreamgirls. We ain't talking about Dreamgirls. Dreamgirls is a classic.
Yeah.
Showgirls is
Loretta Devine's a classic.
You talking about?
I'm talking about Showgirls with Jessie from Saved by the Bell.
Never mind. Yeah, it's a bad movie.
She wasn't saved.
I'll tell you several.
She wasn't saved.
Timepiece of cinema.
She was saved by that choreographer.
I'll tell you a pair of things that saved that movie.
It was a whole bunch of things that saved that movie, but the PG version is that the choreography was halfway decent, so she killed it. She killed that choreography, and as a former dancer, I'm not that kind of dancer. But you know me. She killed it. That one and now I just love calling Versace Versace, cause that part, baby, killed me. She's like, it's Versace. I don't think you pronounce. How you gonna buy that? You can buy this whole entire dress, but you don't know how to pronounce the name. Ooh, child. Anyways, yeah.
There's a lot more that saved that movie, but none of it we can name on the WWE.
You can't say Patreon.
This on the main channel, girl. What you doing?
Saying there's a lot of things that saved that movie. The choreography saved the movie. Them getting back at the guys who got that girl that saved that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else saved it? All them body rolls saved that movie. Heck yeah. And then at the end, when she finally decided to free herself and love herself, so at the end it was like, okay, a nice little positive message at the end.
See?
Yeah.
And it made it all worth it. Timepiece of cinema.
Yeah.
5 pieces or something.
Is that what happened? She found herself at the end of the movie?
Yeah, she did. She did. She let all the glitz and glamour control her and all the other stuff from Las Vegas. And then next thing you know, you gotta get past.
Oh, she said it.
You can never get past them. Just only hope they contain them.
You know what?
I'm with you, dog. You know what, y'all?
Right now we're doing bad movies that was saved by a good moment in it or something.
Somewhat.
I messed that whole title up. I wouldn't even say it was like one moment. I think just the action in Crank. I love the movie Crank. It is terrible. Makes no sense. But man, I guess it's like the way it was shot. It was really cool, and the action of it. But like, I don't know. I think it's not a really good movie. But I'm also trying to think of some other ones. Like, best moment in Wild Wild West that saved that movie for me was when they had the metal parts of the neck and the blade was chasing them. That's the best part of the movie to me. And when that's the best part. Cause like as a kid, I was like, how do you get out of this?
Right.
Yeah.
I literally don't know how you get out of this situation.
True.
They got saved by a little valley gorge or whatever. Without that, they would have been dead because it's gonna chase them. I don't know how they're gonna get out of that. So I think that part of the movie saved that movie for me. But I think it's still a bad movie.
No, definitely a bad movie. You know what I used to actually watch it for? The giant spider at the end.
Yeah, that. Selma Hayek is not a bad reason to watch that movie for.
In that movie. I totally forgot about that.
Fine piece of cinema.
Fine piece of cinema.
As a smart man once told me. Matter of fact, Selma Hayek saved Dust Till Dawn too, because it was kind of like okay movie, and then they got to the Twister, and then
Oh wait, which movie?
Dust Till Dawn.
Oh, Dust Till Dawn's pretty good. And
It's okay.
It's pretty solid.
It's okay. It's not that great. It's okay, but then the vampires kick off and everything. But then Selma Hayek can save that one too. If you want to talk about it.
Talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Fine piece of cinema. Fine piece of cinema.
Something good that saved a bad movie for me.
Or almost.
I would say Black Knight. Black Knight was horrible.
With Martin Lawrence?
Run, Sally, run.
Boom, 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 boom.
And it was only a turnip. I swear to God, those two parts. The dancing part, and it was only a turnip. And what he say when he was with the girl and he was about to get it, he said the first time he was talking to her, I forgot the line he said, but Martin had like it was certain lines and certain moments in it, but the movie was so bad. The movie
actually was pretty bad.
It was so cheap. I was like, all right,
Martin.
Martin, you about to be out your prime now. But
but
that was the beginning of like, all right, Martin's kind of losing it. But now, okay, it's a classic. This is a classic. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a classic to some people. Some people think it's terrible. But Good Burger.
Oh.
Right?
I love that movie.
Come on.
It's nostalgic.
Come on.
It's nostalgic. But when you, it's classic because when you watch it as a 31-year-old and watch it at 15.
Funny. Actually,
it is funny. It is funny.
It is funny.
But when he started dancing in the psychiatric ward, he started dancing. Amazing, bro. She want to freak with me? Yeah. Amazing.
They actually had bruh in the movie too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What's his name? I can't think of his name.
George Clinton.
George
Clinton. Boy.
Bro, look, man.
It was in it. Did you want to freak me?
Look, like, there's certain parts of movies where, like, if you'll get me in a movie, if it's bad but it's got a good dance routine, bruh, I'm a sucker for it, bro.
Alright, so the topic is name a good moment that otherwise potentially saved a really bad movie. I'm a huge Rocky fan. Love the Rocky movies.
Oh, this will be good.
Rocky 4. Rocky 4 is
the one with the Russians?
Rocky 4
That movie was trash.
Look,
oh, man.
I won't say it's the worst one. I won't say it's the worst one because Rocky 5 was...
The one with Antonio Tarver?
The one when they fought in the street. Which I think it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Rocky IV, the one with Drago.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one with Drago.
Okay.
That, yeah.
Wait, how do you say that one's bad? I mean,
What's
yeah,
good about it?
It's cheesy.
I must break you. That's
Yo,
what-
wait,
Yeah,
hold on, no, hold on.
Yeah, Ivan
Wait, hold
Drago.
If he dies, he dies.
That was a hard line.
No, it wasn't. Okay, now,
Come on, Mike.
no. Apollo Creed was my hero.
Oh, okay.
So no, okay. How can you be so callous? How can you be so cold? Look,
How can you be so rude? I'm a marrier anyway.
he actually might be one of the greatest villains of all time. But that notwithstanding, right? So I hate Rocky IV. I hate it. I hate the whole hey, look, man, I'm suddenly fighting for America like that. It's really hard not to cut.
It was the 80s. It was the Cold War was
America.
So that was gonna be my scene, right? So James Brown coming up, living in America. I see, I cold.
James Brown was in that movie?
Yes,
It's been a
he
while since I've
came.
seen it.
So yeah, he came down and performed for Creed in his final fight.
Oh damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, that hurts.
Exactly.
It hurts worse now.
I can't believe he died.
Yeah. Well, okay. What's harder to watch, Apollo Creed die or Jim Kelly die in Enter the Dragon?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because Jim Kelly died in Enter the Dragon. I skip that part every time.
I don't skip it. I do skip that final fight though. With
It's pretty brutal.
yeah. All right, so that was my moment. Rocky IV, James Brown coming through. This other movie, I guarantee nobody watched it, but it had Channing Tatum and Terrence Howard in it.
Oh, I think wait.
The movie was called Fighting.
Ooh, I know this one.
Okay, so the whole story about this movie was kind of like Rocky V, where you have this street fighter, this no good, well, no, I can't say he's no good because he kind of has a hard goal. But Channing Tatum is this fighter. He's a street fighter, down on his luck, but he's a hustler. He has to do what he has to do to
Hustling things.
yeah, do what he has to do to make money. And so he gets tied up in this underground fighting ring. And I have this really stupid moment at the end, just in the prelude to the main event. There is this giant pit, hundreds of people just lined up to see this fight. The owner of the underground ring acting as the ring announcer. And he's doing the most obnoxious introductions. He's like, so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go toe to toe, blow for blow. We gonna do it like that late, great American poet Marvin Gaye told us to do. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get it on! And what ensued was about 10 minutes of the crappiest fight scene you will ever see. And this was the final, climatic fight scene. It's really hard not to swear. This movie is trash. So, for that one moment at the end, I loved it. It was ridiculous, but it couldn't save a disaster of a movie. That's all I got.
Alright, so good things that saved or possibly saved a bad movie for me. There's a lot of debate if this movie is actually good and or bad, and I've brought it up before, but The Dark Knight Rises, I'm gonna go Tom Hardy as Bane, man. He really made that movie super watchable for me and just enjoyable, and just everything, just the voice, I never knew I needed a muffled Sean Connery impersonation coming from my supervillain, but I almost want that to be the standard for every superhero movie now, because it was just amazing. How could you not love? No one cared who I was till I put on the mask. If I take this off, will you die? It would be extremely painful. What kind of man shoots a man before he throws him out of an airplane? How can you not love that? That is just amazing.
That's true.
But every scene he wasn't in, which was actually quite a bit towards the middle, and outside of their fight scene at the end, was just pretty god awful and pretty bad. Yeah. I don't want to bring up this other movie because it is a black classic.
Uh-oh.
But it needs to be said. Ladies and gentlemen, black people of all ages, and all races. What? We need to have a serious discussion about The Last Dragon. It is... Don't get me wrong, I love it. It is a black classic. It will forever be cheesy kung fu film, but it's not good. It's not good at all. It's bad. It's bad. And I know a lot of you are probably like, what? No. Watch it. Seriously, watch it. Because I guarantee a lot of you haven't watched it probably since you were like 15, maybe 16 or whatever. Watch it now. And you'll just realize just how terrible this movie really is. However, it has a couple things that saved it. I don't know. I forget the actor's name. But the brother who plays Shonuff is 100% the only reason why that movie can be taken even somehow semi-seriously. The guy's amazing. Dude's really does his thing. Plus the fashion, like his fashion just really just stood out. Like the kind, wasn't he the first person to have like the shades, like the blonde shades, and then Kanye came out with them like years later.
Sure was.
Salute to one of the greatest, possibly greatest villains of all time in a terrible movie that not many people have seen outside the black community. Also, the actual song "The Last Dragon" is freaking amazing. I gotta credit the guy who actually performs it.
Look within.
You are the last dragon.
Bruh, I was in the car with this dude last week, and I was like just thoroughly confused because I've never seen the movie.
Mike is one of the few black people, probably the only black person in the world who's
Shut
never
the hell
seen
up. I was just confused because we were just in the car, and then he just pulls up, or like he just puts on the song, and I'm like I wasn't gonna say nothing, but
oh no, so I'm quoting the movie. I'm like quoting, I'm like singing the song. I'm quoting the movie. I'm just 100% sure that Mike knows exactly what's going on. And
I'm not in my head like shoot, man, I didn't want to be left out the conversation.
And so I'm just like, man, this movie's so bad. He's like, oh, I'll have to take your word for it because I've never seen it. I was like, you never seen The Last Dragon?
I sure haven't.
The Last Dragon by Dwight David. Sir, I hope you're in good health, but you solidified yourself as an 80s icon with that song. Just like, Alright, that's all I got because this ain't going nowhere else.